penthouse.
Damn, Danielle, you called me right when the podcast started. I know. I'm gonna call you as soon as I finish the podcast.
Okay, cool.
Okay, thanks.
Bye.
All right, bye.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
You're supposed to be a businessman, and that's the type of stuff you do on the podcast.
What?
You got phone calls coming in, bro?
No, I'm just saying your haircut is too fresh. Wait,
if y'all don't know, Country Cowboy, because he just changed his name back, had cut me up right before. This is like our routine now, huh?
Yeah, I gotta text my department real quick. I know we on air, bro.
Yeah,
but I love y'all. Y'all just know what it is. We
but I am proud of you. Mm-hmm. You wanna know why?
Thank you.
You don't wanna know why?
Tell me.
Because you went and MC'd at the club last night.
And my voice is
you did not blow your voice out.
And
you sound like
this is look.
You sound like an old fiend in the projects when you was talking on what was that, episode 3? It's like, yeah, so guys, what's up? It's like, bro, I'm trying to help the audio out. I say you sound terrible. Your voice sounds scratchy and shit.
Man, listen, bro, don't do me like that.
I'm not.
I'm just trying to. I'm just being the best I can be right now, and I'm trying to. Okay, y'all.
And you had your whole. That's the episode you had your whole ass out. So
we was talking about not giving a fuck.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, I know you don't give a fuck still.
Conference call.
So if you don't know, we go impromptu on these podcasts. So literally, you watching this man conducting business, and the reason I'm gonna talk about you conducting business. I'm gonna talk about it right now while you waiting, because a lot of people like, oh shit, I don't have time. Whoa. This man making time.
I'm ready.
He's making time.
I'm ready.
Mama's House Penthouse, episode 5.
Ooh, it's been 5
episodes. We doing this shit.
Give me some love,
come on, hey.
You know, sometimes I wake up, bro. Like last night, I got every bit of 30 minutes of sleep.
Every bit of it.
I'm talking about.
Why was that?
I can't talk about.
Okay.
I got every bit of 30 minutes of sleep. And I it's like the moment.
Are you fresh today, though?
I'm fresh, yeah.
I see you.
I'm fresh today. Ooh, clean.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like we back at the little bar downtown.
Yeah.
That little bar. I told the guy,
that's the second time we went there.
I told the guy before I finished with my story, I told the guy the other day, he was like, man, who are you? I said, bro, I don't even want to talk to you about that.
Yeah, there's no reason.
Figure that out a little bit later.
Just take your time.
I say, man, just accept what I'm giving you right now.
Yeah, you don't understand. He don't even get that you like a high paid MC.
No, I told him. I ended up telling him, I'm like, bro, I get paid thousands of dollars. And when I told him that, he got kind of like, he finna ask me for some money. I said, wait, before you even start tripping, that's not what I'm telling you that for. I'm not telling you that to
you just giving value
because I really love your place. So what I'm doing is I'm going to pretty much just come here for pineapple juice. I said every time I come, just give me pineapple juice.
But we're not. See, now, y'all got to send us a link to know where DJ is MCing for pineapple juice.
Oh, shit.
See, think about it. You just got that little knowledge. If you've been looking for DJ, you'd be like, where can I find him at?
Where the pineapple juice?
Where the pineapple juice at? But guess what? We just dropped some free game in this podcast. How to find him. How to get close. It's been a run. You know you're not going to take back, though, so.
You know what it is.
Oh, man, you messed the time up again.
Dang. How that happen?
You off your game today.
I ain't off my game. I guess I just pressed the wrong button, Mr. Hicks.
Yeah, that's what it is.
There we go. We can go back a little bit further. That's probably about right there. That's what
That's good. That's good. Yeah, that's.
Mama's House of Penthouse, ladies and gentlemen. How you doing?
Whew, I'm doing good. Hey, DJ, I'm feeling good today.
You got you on $1 million line.
Yeah, I see it. You know, I'm feeling rich. You know,
who your barber
man, my DMs right now are silly.
I don't know who your barber is.
That dude is a beast.
Boy
is a beast.
Boy, talented, multi-talented.
Pillows. Oh, but you.
Oh, I took your pillow.
Yeah, you tripping. You just let me make sure
man, y'all know what the podcast couch is, man. You know it ain't
first one ever. We
So
currently in talks about getting this mass produced. So. Like you said before, do not be surprised when this pop up on you. Yeah. And the number's gonna be the number.
The number's just gonna be the number.
And if you want to sell some of these, you know, we're gonna have the discount codes, links in bios, affiliate.
Yeah.
But we ain't gonna talk about that right now. We ain't gonna talk about that. Right so today, DJ, we got an interesting topic.
Oh man.
I think you know what? I'm so glad you're on this podcast because you ever had the one dude, they talk about something. You got the one person in your life, they talk about something. It's like a person who broke and they trying to tell you how to spend money.
Yeah.
It's like, shit, man.
Yeah.
What you need to do with your money? Like, bro, you don't got no money.
You don't got
how the fuck you gonna tell me what I need to do with my money?
So
That's what we're going to talk about with follower capital. You got a lot of followers.
Yeah.
You have a lot of followers. Mm-hmm. So just to preface this, and this is what we're going to talk to from Mama's House Mail.
Mama's House Mail.
Mama's House Mail, boys. I love that. I love it.
Keep it in.
There you go. There you go. They're gonna be like, do y'all really hear that shit? We do.
We do.
Don't play with us.
Don't play with us.
Don't play with us.
Can they see the surround sound upstairs?
Yeah, can they? I don't think they can. I don't think they can.
If they can't,
so I'm talking to this girl the other day.
Talk to me.
The girl's name's Sandra. So Sandra, if you're watching this, I'm talking to her. She's Houston native. So I'm talking to her, and we're talking about business. And every time I get people who talk to me about business, they have all these scenarios they got in their head. So she asked me, how important is social media when it comes to business? So here's the funny thing. I said, social media is of course important. Like it's a good platform. But she said, well, I've been building my business and I've been posting a lot, but I'm still not seeing much success.
Yeah.
And I was like, so you think, and I didn't say it like this to her, y'all. I was like, so you think that fucking posting, putting up a post is the work?
Come on, Sandra.
You think the post is the work. And I love you, Sandra, if you watch. I love you. I love you. But I wanted to talk to you. I want you to open up and give your perspective on this, because I believe that we are living in a spectator culture right now where people believe that when you see somebody's life on Instagram, that's what's making them successful. And me and you talk about this all the time about just because you got 100,000, 50,000, 1 million followers doesn't mean you fucking rich.
It doesn't.
And it says people who have no followers or very little followers who are fucking millionaires. So
think about that though. Think about that. And I'm a buddy.
No, I know. Yeah. So I really want to I guess let's start off with this, DJ, right? How does the social media play into it from the aspect saying, if you post, does that make you successful? Because somebody with a lot of followers, what truly makes you successful? Is it the posting or is it something else?
It has to be, first and foremost, it has to be something else.
It has to be.
Has to be, because you don't get paid for likes.
Yeah.
Now, generally you don't.
But you feel good about yourself.
You're not going to get a check from Instagram that says, this month, you've averaged 5,000 likes.
Ooh, that'd be beautiful.
Well, that would be beautiful. We cutting you a check for $250.
Because you running it up. Let me adjust
It has to be, right? You adjust yourself.
Because I feel like you about to go in.
Right, yeah.
That's just what I feel like.
It's just about to happen, bro. It's just what's going on. So when you have some situations like that going on, right, you're looking at your likes, you're wondering like, okay, I got a lot of likes. So you're looking at, you know what goes on really? A lot of people, this is what I think happens with celebrities.
Okay.
This is what I think happens with Instagram, with anything that you don't really know anything about, but you outside looking in, right? Yeah. Not even more so to say you don't even know what it's about. You just don't know what it's like to be on that side
on
of the
stick. On the opposite side.
On the opposite side. So let me tell y'all the truth.
The truth. Boom. I'm putting that in. I'm gonna put that in. I'm find that.
So hold on, let me say it again. So let me tell y'all the truth. So, truth be told, right, I remember I had 4,000 followers, right?
Okay.
Instagram was going on, it was popping, it was loose, right? Everything was loosey, it was all good, right?
Yeah.
I jump up to 6, right?
Yeah. I know you're feeling good about yourself
6 bands.
too.
This is early in the Instagram age.
Yeah.
So we 6 bands on the gram, everything's solid, right? So we jump up to 10K.
Oh, the magic K.
The magic K. So like you said to me earlier, it's like once you get a K on your name, you feel like people change.
Yeah,
right?
People be like, oh,
and we're going to talk about that later.
Yeah. I'm not going to, I'm just let you go. I'm let you go.
So I hit the K, right? So I'm looking around like,
where's that?
What's good?
Where's that?
If it happens after this,
did somebody come welcome you in? Like, hey, you did it now.
You did it, bro.
Hey,
here's $10,000.
Exactly, $10,000.
Okay, so keep in mind, I don't even know what monetizing is.
Yeah, I feel you.
And we'll talk about that in a little while as well.
That's big. That's
a big. Oh man, we just made it to that point in my career.
Yeah.
And I thank you for that because you taught me what that was, and I really appreciate you for that. But keep in mind, I hit 10K and we still moving. Right, I'm looking around. I'm looking for the Instagram guys. I'm like, where y'all at?
Looking for the man in the suit to walk in.
I'm in the 10K range where we at with it, right? So Nothing happens, of course. I'm still broke.
Still broke.
Dirt broke, guys.
Ooh.
Keep that in mind. Oh, but on Instagram,
it looked good. It looked good though.
It looked like a glazed donut in the morning. You see one of them good glazed
when
donuts?
It just came out at Shipley's though. And if you ain't from down here, Shipley, no more free promo for Shipley. You
know what CXO Forever all the way in Australia. I know she watching. Mm-hmm. She came down here for 2 weeks. Yeah. She came out here for 1 week, and it's a Shipley's right below us, right?
Yeah,
I took her to that Shipley's one time.
What'd she say?
She went back every day after that.
I know she did.
She went back every day.
And if you have never had it, you be going back every day?
You'll be going back every day, man. But I can't eat it because, turbo fat burner on the way.
Turbo fat burner.
We're not going to talk too much about that.
Yeah, but just remember that.
Yeah. So, like I was saying, 11K, 12K, 13K, 14K, so on and so forth. I get to 20K, right?
Okay, so we at 20K now.
We at 20K.
Surely you rich now.
Surely some money is here.
It's somewhere. Where is it at?
Somebody finna come to me and say, you got 20,000 followers. Here's $4 million.
$4 million.
Which is all right. That's
and if not 4, at least. Come on, let's $100,000. You should have $100,000.
I just like to go overboard with everything, right? So I'm like, okay, 20K is here. We here, right? We popping. We got the 20K. I'm dirt broke again.
Oh shit.
I'm still broke. I'm actually, honestly, more broke than I was when I had 10K. Just because life was happening. Yeah. Right? So we continue.
So that's 20K.
That's 20K, bro.
But I know once you got the 30K.
Right?
Yeah, I know.
No, you're wrong.
I'm wrong?
You're wrong.
Oh my God.
Listen, even with my haircutting business, at 20K, 30K, I was bringing in $0.
Shit.
0. With 20 to 30,000 followers. And some people might be watching this asking, how are you? You ask how you make money. You're like, how you not making money?
Exactly. That's what I asked you.
Yeah, right. Like, what are you doing? Like, even when you look back at all of this now, you're like, damn, what happens, right?
Yeah.
So 40, 35K, 45K, 50K, 55K, 55K plus, right? I meet a man named Mr. Hicks.
What is he talking about?
Oh my God.
What is he talking about?
Mr. Hicks came to me one day. This was during grad season, first grad season.
I'm gonna put some clips from grad. You want to put some clips of grad season?
Please do. So I met a man named Mr. Hicks. I think he has a fresh haircut right now. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But I met him, right? And he said, bro, you need systems. This was back when Mr. Hicks used to watch my phone blow up crazy.
Your shit was disgusting.
It was like almost disrespectful towards everything that you had going on. I remember that, Mr. Hicks, because this is Mr. Hicks. I was being a dumbass.
Yeah.
I love y'all. You know what it is.
Yeah.
My phone, keep in mind I had thousands of followers.
Thousands.
Everybody could reach me. There were no firewalls. We'll talk about firewalls later on as well.
Yeah.
There were no firewalls. Everybody can get in contact with me. My phone would blow up off the hook all day. I met a man named Mr. Hicks. I met this guy right here. He said, bro, you need systems in your life.
Yeah.
It's like almost like he was preaching to me.
The way you just said it, though, is this like, sit down.
Son.
You need systems in your life.
You need systems in your life. And I said,
Please
tell me what that is. So
I just seen the frustration in your eyes, though. Like you be sitting there trying to talk. DJ. I say, bro, there is no way.
You remember I used to be exhausted. Texting.
Yeah.
So when you hear me say I don't text back, it's not because it's half. It's halfway because I don't have to.
Well, 75% you don't give. Like you just not gonna do it.
I'm just not gonna do it. But
25%.
25%. Really, when you hear me say I don't text back, it's because I've done my texting, bro.
Yeah.
I've done it. I lived a life before this to where systems wasn't in play. Yeah. And now I got systems. I can never go.
What you saying now? We talk about, if you don't know, we talking about systems. Like this the first time you tuned in.
Yeah.
Go back to episode 1
and just listen.
Where we talk about that, and we talk about the dreaded homeboy business.
Say it again.
Yeah, homeboy business. So
one more time.
Homeboy business.
If you don't know what homeboy business is, please go back to the first episode. But yeah, so I mean, all of that was going on, bro, and Mr. Hicks introduced another word to me. Oh, this word changed my life.
Okay.
Who? You know what it start with?
Ooh, give me
monetizing.
Monetizing.
So you asked me earlier, you said, DJ, how in the hell did you have 30,000 followers, 40,000 followers, 50,000 followers, and you did not have any money? Okay? Baffles me too. So one of the things is going back to, I think, episode 3.
Yeah.
Or it might have been episode 1. We mentioned this in episode 1 as well. Knowing your definite purpose. Yeah. Right?
Oh, yeah. We're going to talk about that. Yeah. It's just going to reoccur.
I didn't have one of those.
Yeah.
I was just in college. You know what college people do. It's just like we just going with the wind. Yeah. I just so happened to have a bunch of followers. It's just what was going on. Yeah. It's just what we was for. I wasn't focusing on the definition of purpose. Like, what are you telling me right now?
And there's nothing even wrong with that, to be honest with you.
Yeah, no. It's life. Life happens to some people. So I wasn't worried about that then. So what I'm saying is I had no definition of purpose. So I had nothing to channel. Nothing was for sale.
Yeah.
Fast forward now, everything.
Everything.
Even the podcast.
Yeah. This is for sale.
This is for sale. These loafers, everything.
We're going to have a team come construct it for you.
Yeah.
Like they're going to come out, they're going to check your specifications. They're going to say, this right here, they're going to come, they're going to actually construct this, and you can have a podcast couch just like us.
Just like us.
Swipe up, information coming soon.
Coming super soon, as a matter of fact. But yeah.
We're going to make this happen for real.
No, you playing.
Yeah,
I think you're playing.
At first, but I like, nah, this is happening.
But whoever cut your hair, that man's a genius. I don't know what flippers he uses.
This man was possessed today.
That man is a genius.
He said, you know what I think it is?
What is
you like? You know how somebody, your mom be like, you ain't gonna embarrass me coming to church or something looking like that. You like, you not gonna get on this podcast and embarrass me. You gonna have a fresh cut. When they from other cities, when they look, they gonna say, I don't even know what they talking about. But none of this could even mean anything. But one thing I know
for sure,
that haircut
is
shit. And if you hating, I don't give a fuck. I love this haircut.
We gotta love it. Man, back to where we was at.
Yeah, because we getting off topic today.
You're crazy. So you asked me, how do I have so many followers and no money, man? I just had no definition of purpose.
Yeah.
I had nothing to channel I had nothing to channel it towards, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, of course, it was little moments in my life where I started making my own website and stuff started slowly falling into play. But it wasn't until I started to understand what monetization was. Yeah. Just really training individuals to know this is where you come for this.
Yeah.
Like you go to Fashion Nova. I know free promo. I love it.
So it's many discount codes out there.
Well,
for that.
That's what I'm saying. You go there, you know when you go there, it's just what it is. You come to pay. So it's just like situations like that, and just to piggyback off of what you were saying earlier, just because you have 20,000, 30,000 followers doesn't mean anything. So don't get discouraged
if you don't have a bunch of followers.
Yeah, when you see, don't get discouraged if you don't have a bunch of followers. You can have 10 people who buy something from you on a monthly basis.
Full disclosure, at the time of recording this, I don't have that many followers.
Exactly.
And when people see me, they'll be like, they think, oh yeah, you don't have a bunch of followers. That means that you just not, it's like you don't exist.
Yeah.
And I love where you was going with that though. If you mind if I come in a little
bit
on it. I love where you're going with that because I think what you're saying is you can look at these people with a bunch of followers and just automatically think they're living it up. Like their life is good. And with the monetization, what it really comes down to is I remember talking to this guy one time, and he's talking about, over his life, he had built a crowd of people that always come to his events, right? Mm-hmm. He was like, make sure the top is not loose. I don't want your audio levels to dip. But it was like, he was like, I got a crowd that I've been building since I was in college. Similar to what you've done, right?
Yeah.
He said, but really that crowd is what buys everything from him.
Yeah.
He's like, he's carried them all his life. So I think what it comes down to for me when I talk about telling people to monetize is just understanding that for you to make money, you have to think of it as simple math, right? Mm-hmm. You have income. You could have 10 million followers. You could go astronomical. You could have followers like Beyonce. You have 70 million followers, right? But you could have 70 million followers where they will not buy a single thing you put out. Mm-hmm. But You could then take a person, to make it simple, let's say a person with 1 million followers, right? But their followers are not that active, they're not that engaged, they're just kind of looking at you for entertainment.
Exactly.
Versus a person who builds up their following at they got 10,000 people, but 7,000 of those people will buy anything they put out. A shirt, a hat, a keychain, doesn't matter, right? Yeah. That following is stronger. It's a more engaged following. Yeah. That's the following that when that person who's built their following up that way, it may take them longer. But when they get to the 1 million, that's when you're looking at them like, shit, how they get all this money? Yeah. And I feel like what it comes down to, DJ, honestly, is like you said, it's just a game at first to people. Just I want the most likes. I want the most, recognition. Because we get that validation from seeing those little hearts pop up. Yeah. Nobody's above it. Yeah. When you post something and a bunch of people like it, you feel good about it. But I guess what I'm always focusing on, what you just talked about towards the end there, you said you start making your own websites. Yeah. You start putting your stuff out. You start trying to go out there and learn from other people who actually did it. Yeah. Getting successful mentors in your life. I know you got a lot of great mentors in your life. Yeah. So to me now, that is the work. So if I'm talking to Sandra, I'm like, Sandra, it's not that the social media is not important. Anybody who tell you that is fucking trip. That's stupid. That's crazy. It's not not important. What I'm saying is, don't mistake me posting something. Don't mistake something. Even if I put out a video that you like, if you go to my Instagram, you see like those little videos I put out. People are like, man, those are professional. I like those. That's just a post. Yeah. But the actual work that goes behind it, and when you click on something or you go to my website and then you go through like an email list or a book that gets created or free content or video editing, which leads you to a course or a program or something you get from us, that's the work. Mm-hmm. That's the actual work. And talking to you, because you have a large following, I believe it's good for people to hear you talk about it, because if I said it, people would just be, oh, well, shit, how would you know? You don't. Yeah. Your shit ain't. I mean, if you watch, depending on when you're watching this, you might look back and be like, well, shit, his following was big. But I'm saying, at the time of recording this. Yeah. But I get tired of this spectator culture. I get tired of this culture who believes that if I post on Instagram, it's true. I'm working though. Yeah. Right? Like this phenomenon on Snapchat that I see people do, right? You ever seen people on Snapchat, like you walking with them, right? And let's say something exciting's going on. They'll grab their phone like real quick and, oh, I'm turned. As soon as they put the camera down, they go back to normal. Go right back to normal. It's like, why are you doing that? It's spectator culture. It's like, they believe that, oh, I don't have to actually be turned. I just have to show people on here I'm turned. Yeah. I don't actually have to be rich. I just have to show people on here I'm rich. Yeah. I don't have to actually be working. All I have to do is take a picture in an office building or with my laptop out and be like, oh shit, bro, I'm working. Like the joke I play with you all the time when you tell me, bro, I work out, and I say, bro, it's not on Snap. That's a funny point though, right? It's like, bro, if you're not, I'm just saying what millennials would say. Yeah, it's like shit. Right? If it's not on Snap, if you do it, bro. If you ain't show somebody Lamborghini, you're not rich. Yeah. If you ain't put that shit on Snap, you're not rich. Yeah. And not to say it's anything wrong if you're doing that. I'm just making the point that that's how people don't believe that. That's not the work. He or she didn't get a Lamborghini or a nice house or something from posting. Yeah. They got the shit from doing something. And when you actually do something, you post it, that becomes what people are watching. But I think so many people would rather just have the likes and the validation versus actually having the success. Mm-hmm. When we talk about Mama's House at Penthouse, it's actually getting the fucking success. Yeah. Does that make sense, DJ? That's all it is. It's the truth. Yeah. It's nothing but the truth. And I want to give like a little secret about. Oh, go ahead. Instagram. Come on, let's go. Can I give a little secret? Come on, give it a game. Can I give a little bit of free game? Drop that knowledge. Drop DJ. That free knowledge. Drop it on top of that head. I'll tell you a little secret about Instagram, right? Instagram is a place for you to be. It's a second chance at life. Ooh. Everyone gives a second chance at life. The reason why Instagram is worth so much money, the reason why Instagram gets so much ad revenue is because this is a shot for you to be whoever you want to be again. Mm-hmm. Okay? I know your cousins know who you are. Your family members know who you really are, right? Yeah. But you got a chance to go on Instagram and do what you want. Do it. Okay? So what I'm meaning by that is that please don't take that and believe everything that you see on Instagram. And I'm telling you that because this goes with Sandra's question, right? Yeah. She wants to know about social media and does it matter with your business, right? It definitely matters with your business. How about this? What if
I mean, you point blank period, you have a lot of people on Instagram that are just being the second person that they want to be.
Yeah.
It's just you have a lot of fishing to go through on social media.
Yeah.
And just because a person is telling you that they're working, they're taking pictures by all the nice cars, they got all the nice clothes, they're doing all these nice things, it does not literally mean that that's what's going on.
Yeah.
It can't mean that. You know what I'm saying? That's just not what it is. And it takes a little bit of what's the word?
Sifting through, filtering.
It takes a little bit of status. It takes a little bit of status to understand that when I see a person with the same amount of followers as me, I don't get discouraged. Vice versa, if I had a little bit of followers, I'm looking up like, damn, this person got 50K. Yeah. They must be making thousands of dollars. What? It does not work like that.
Yeah.
I know people with hundreds of thousands of followers.
Yeah.
And no money is being generated. Nothing's for sale. Nothing. They don't know how to bet.
They broke.
They just have money.
Taking $100 for
they just have followers.
Taking $100 for hosting.
Yeah, $100 for hosting.
You know, they got 100,000 followers and nothing's for sale, right?
Nothing's for sale.
The thing is, what I always tell people, I made an effort to do one thing. You know what that is, DJ?
What is?
I've always wanted to meet very successful people, not for the reason most people think. Not because I'm like, oh, I want to meet celebrities. I want to meet very special people. I wanted to meet them to see what is their average everyday experience like. So I talk about Matthew Knowles a lot. And like I said, I don't say it the name drop. I just want to give y'all the knowledge of what I really observed from being around somebody like that. Yeah. I focused on their everyday experience. What is the things that they do that I could learn from? And what I notice every time I get around a famous person is they're really just pretty regular. And I don't even mean that in a bad way. Most people say, oh yeah, they ain't shit. I knew they wasn't shit, right? Yeah. No. I'm saying this person is a regular person like you watching this, but they've just done some shit that you haven't done. So going back to that idea, I said the work, right?
The work?
You got 50,000 followers.
Yeah.
And people see you building all kind of crazy shit. And when they see this turbo fat burner that you're working on, oh my God.
Oh,
I've been using it.
You know, spectators are claiming that that's going to be the number one fitness product in the world.
Yeah. And the way you've been doing shit lately, I feel like you're on fire, so I wouldn't doubt it. But this is the thing, right? This is the thing. When I got around you, you have 50,000 followers, right?
Yeah.
Or when I went to LA, I've actually met girls. I went and talked to girls and I met them. They got 100,000 followers. Yeah. It's like you would think. It's like, it's even for that. Like, you look at a girl who got 5,000 followers, she could be beautiful.
Yeah.
But it's like 100,000. You would think like she got magic dust on her or something. Like she gonna come through like a fairy or a pixie. Like, like she's just a regular girl.
Person. It's a regular
and I find like the reason it's because you're at the bottom and you're looking at them. You're putting this magical glaze on them. Go back to that glaze we always talk about. Putting that glaze. But I want to get around these people. I want to see behind the stage, if you will, right? Yeah. Like, it's like if you go on a movie set. The movie magic is beautiful, right? You're seeing everything that they're doing. You're seeing the CGI and the special effects. But you're going to have a very different perception if you actually go work on a movie set.
Exactly.
And you see somebody sitting there for 5 minutes trying to get their takes right, somebody fucking up, somebody having to do the takes over. You see one dude.
Another example is like, you have an artist puts out a song.
Yeah.
You love it.
Yeah,
but you wasn't producing it, and you ain't hear it 15.
Yeah. So I get that from editing a lot. Mm-hmm. So I lose all like objectivity on shit. I'm like, this shit could be good or bad. Like when I edit it, I'm like, I don't even know if it's good. So I put it out. I put it out, and people be like, this shit is awesome, and I'm like,
okay, but
I guess I don't know. I watched that shit 7,000 times.
You like it? I like
my boy, Lord DeAndre Smith, right?
Yeah.
When we did his music video, bruh. I listened to Recipe. I love the song Recipe, right?
Yeah.
I listen to that shit so many times though. It's like I feel like I might know it better than him.
You can perform.
Like I can be like, get out the stage. I got this. I got this. You're not hitting your lyrics like I'm hit them up. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So we did that video. I'm like, I listened to that shit so many times. I'm sending them to see like, the feedback on the edits. I'm like, do y'all like it though?
Yeah.
They be like, they giving me feedback. They giving me notes on what they think.
Yeah.
Oh, we like the shit overall. We just, it's just notes. So I'm like, I can't tell anymore. I can't tell. I just can't even tell.
Can't tell.
So, but just going back to that first point, I think you should make an effort to get around these people. And how do you get around these people? You just don't make a big deal out of it. Mm-hmm. I think so many people, like if I met you, I didn't come with you. Bro, I see you got those 50,000 followers. It's just fucking bro. Weird. It's like it's weird. Like, so it's like you get around these people, you should want to see. I remember in this movie they talked about it was the dude, it was what's it called? 5-year engagement, I think. Yeah. He was talking about, he's like, the dude was a great cook, right? Mm-hmm. But he was working in like a bullshit job. He said, man, I hate seeing you work here as a manager under me. He says, like watching Michael Jordan take a shit. He said, like shooting them from across the room. Yeah. And the reason I say that is you want to see the normalness of a person. Yeah. I want to see the most famous person just eating some fucking chicken or something. Man. I just want to see him. Man, I gotta go to the restroom. I gotta go take a piss, right? Yeah. I want to see a girl sitting there with her fucking hair just regular and shit, like she doesn't have no makeup on. I just want to see, not because I want to talk shit about them, but I want to understand that these people are just regular people who did some shit that the average person is not willing to do.
Exactly, and tag along with that, I was currently in my last relationship. Yeah. I was in a relationship with a supermodel, right? Very beautiful woman. She taught me a lot of different things, bro. Yeah. Like real life. I really appreciate her for everything that we went through, even though, you know what I'm saying, it ended how it ended, but I still grabbed a lot of knowledge from that shit, right? Yeah. So one of the things that I respect about that whole relationship the most was the fact that I got a chance to see what a person with 1 million followers look like, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And you would be and I did this before I met her. Yeah. Because I've seen her before I met her clearly, right?
Yeah, definitely.
She has 1 million followers. I mean, everybody's seen her before. But the thing is, you work up your own thought, thoughts about a person.
Imaginary world for that person.
You're like, oh my God. This person has
what that's similar
followers. To?
It's similar like when dudes see girls like they want to date that's beautiful. Yeah, they be like, oh, she's probably like this. Yeah, it's probably like this. But it's like you probably always disappointed because it's unrealistic expectation.
Exactly.
And I feel like that's why celebrities a lot of times don't want to hang with regular people. Yeah, because you just can't be normal around them. Yeah, and they expect you to be flying around.
Like
exactly, like perfect. Like like people meet me, like I'm gonna be talking about business all the time. Like what this person told me. I can't believe you're not talking about some motivation stuff. I said, I'm a person.
Yeah, like, I'm not finna be doing it all day. But basically, I got a chance to see her. I got a chance to see regular shit. Yeah, this is a regular individual. Yeah. It's like social media is important for your business, but don't think that these people aren't regular. Her car goes on flat just like everybody else's. Yeah. She runs out of gas just like anybody else who doesn't put gas in it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Her phone dies.
She wants to laugh, joke, have fun, hang with her friends.
Yeah, she hang with her friends. She do things, but I know having that many followers at one point, you can't really hang with regular people after that.
Well, I think it's like, and you know this, right? That's why I feel like with anything, you get a circle because people think you get a circle. Like I hang around a lot of people. The people I hang around, people like you. Simply because I can't hang around people who are negative. That's layer one, though, right? That's not even celebrity. But, I mean, you look at all these celebrities, you like, they always dating celebrities or whatever, right? They can't date you. Yeah. Because you're going to make it too weird. Yeah. It's like, to you, if you meet somebody with 1 million followers, like, oh, she got 1 million followers. It's like, you know what the best example of that was? I met a girl who had over 100,000 followers in Los Angeles. Me and Will, not the world's most hated promoter. We went to Los Angeles. Yeah. And it was an STK. Beautiful. Like, it's a restaurant, like a fusion, though, that they have like the DJ playing, but it's beautiful, very expensive, nice. There's this girl sitting there, and it's like, the type I like, though. Yeah. So I walk over and talk to her. Will's like, man, go over and talk to her and all this. I walk over and talk to her. I meet her, and I just talk to her. Regular conversation. We have a good conversation. I get her number, and she's like, oh, yeah, we're going to Greystone later. Come through. So I'm going to meet him at Greystone later. Now, I didn't know anything about her. So think about it. I just walked up to her cold. I didn't know anything about her. But then when I looked at her Instagram, she had over 100,000 followers.
Exactly.
And it was almost like, I admit, even in my mind, it was kind of like something shifted. Like, oh, shit, she got 100,000 followers at the time. But when I looked back, I was like, but that was just like if I talk to anybody, like I go talk to any girl at a party.
That she has $100
million.
$100 million. Unless that woman understands monetize.
How to monetize.
Unless she understands how to monetize her audience. It means nothing. Keep that in mind. Instagram is like, think about this. If I have 30,000 followers, Mr. Hicks.
Yeah, okay.
And think about this. We place all my followers in a arena. Mm-hmm. I don't know what monetizing is. Yeah. So I get on stage on the mic and I say, me hoy, hoy. Right? And they look at me and they say,
what?
I came to see this?
Yeah, exactly.
This is what I came to see.
This is what it is.
This is what's going on. Like, this is who I came. This is what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Right? So it's kind of similar to that. Think about this. You can have as many followers as you want. Literally.
80 million.
80 million, bruh. If you don't know how to monetize them, if you don't know how to speak their language, if you don't know how to talk to them, if you don't know how to entertain them, if you don't have what they want, it does not matter.
Okay.
How do you figure out if someone has monetization on their Instagram?
How do I figure it out?
How do you figure that out? I got a pop quiz question for you.
Pop quiz question for me.
Pop quiz question. If you go to someone's Instagram and you say, I wonder if this person is making money.
I'm gonna tell you exactly how you could tell. Very simple reason. You're gonna see them leading you back to stuff. Like you'll see them leading. It's called a call to action. CTAs. That's marketing knowledge for you. Yeah. CTA. A call to action. CTA. It's like I can't say it. CTA. Call to action. So you go to somebody who's really a good marketer, right? Go to the best marketers, and you should study. Let's say you're in the fitness niche, right?
Yeah.
I can't talk today. You're in the fitness niche, right? You should go study people who are good at that niche, and you'll see. Watch their videos. Watch their YouTube videos. At the end, they'll have all kind of links on it that say, go here, find my 5-step book for free. And when you get that book, that's going to put you on an email list, and that email list is going to offer you something later.
Exactly.
Now, when I look at a person who's not monetized, you go to their stuff, they probably don't even have a blog up. They probably don't have no link in their bio. It doesn't lead in there. It's just a bunch of cool pictures that people are liking. Mm-hmm. So I think when I look at most people, I know if they would have built their audience in a way, like they were so focused on, it's Gary Vee. Everybody loves Gary Vee. So he talked about this, right? And I remember this was before he even got big. He got on the Breakfast Club. That's when most people became aware of him. But he talked about width versus depth. So everybody's so focused on width. I have 10 million followers, right? Yeah. But if you connect with one by one and those people really love you, they're going to buy everything. Yeah. So I think when I look at somebody, and because I want to talk about after this too, some practical ways to monetize, right? Just practical, and stop getting out of this spectator culture. So there's two things we're going to focus on. Yeah. But I think when you look at it, just look at their page. Are they leading you some? Are they like, hey, get my 5-step?
Great example.
Who's that?
Do you know my friend CXO Forever from Australia? Yeah. Have you ever seen how she monetizes her audience?
Yeah, she's always like, I got this guy.
I learned so much from her, bro.
Exactly.
First of all, she comments and DMs back everyone.
Yeah.
She builds relationships.
Because she knows that, but that's the work.
That's the work that you don't see.
You wouldn't even see that.
You don't see that. She does a $1 game. I don't want to speak too much on it because her games are very private and very secretive. It's not even the content that's within the games. She only allows certain people to play those games. Yeah. And she built that up throughout her process. Yeah. And I was talking to her about her $1 game one day, and she said something that stuck out to me that just reminded me to speak on this, like, because you just said it. She said, bro, she on the phone, but I know she's looking at me. I can picture her looking at me. She said, bro, you don't know how hard I work on the $1 games.
Yeah.
She said, you don't see that.
You can just feel it coming through the phone.
Yeah. She said, you don't see me going hard.
Yeah.
All you see is 195,000 followers. So, you know what I'm saying? But you don't see her going in every Friday, email after email, phone. I mean, she sets her desk up properly. That's
the work.
That's the work.
That's the work. And see, that's what I'm saying. The spectator culture, they look at the followers, and you'll see a person with 100,000 followers. In a good example of it, you see, say, somebody with 125,000 followers, and they might be pulling up in Lambos and Ferraris. And you think, oh, they got a bunch of followers. That's why they have the Ferraris.
Yeah.
No. You're watching them. They're just showing you a picture inside a cool life. Yeah. And we've gotten so good in the social media age. It's been done to death at making ourselves look like we're cooler than we are. and acts like some of the coolest fucking people don't know how to use social media that well. Right. You've helped me a lot just showing a lot of shit that I do. But when I'm having fun, I'm probably just not even recording it because I'm doing it. I don't want to spectate. Like, the reason I talk about I'm tired of spectator culture is because it's not that it's anything wrong with getting on social media. Because like I said, it's beautiful. Some people not on there to do business, right?
Define the spectator culture for me.
Okay, so the spectator culture is just this idea that instead of actually living life, we'd rather observe life, or we'd rather make it look like we're actually doing the thing that we want to do. So let's say I'm a person who wants to make people look like, oh, I party and I'm like a person who has a good time. So instead of actually going out to parties and having a good time, I'll go to a party and I might find some girls and go, oh yeah, turn up on Snapchat, right? Yeah. And I just do that a bunch of times, but I'm not actually having fun at the party. Yeah. I'm sitting in the corner. I'm the dude sitting in the corner with my drink in my hand.
And just waiting for the girls to start turning up, then record them.
And then just,
making it look like your life is great.
Why don't you just be the cool guy who, I mean, that's not necessarily easy, but you get what I'm saying? Why don't you just be the person who's having fun? Why don't you just be that person? A person will go find a person with a Lamborghini or a Ferrari or a rich cousin or something, or a rich family member or a rich friend, and they'll go to their house. Yeah, boy, big penthouses. Instead of just working to get your own shit. Exactly. A person will go on a trip and be like, oh yeah, bro, we out here doing it, but your partner paid for the trip.
Yeah. Yeah. Or a person would take a picture in front of a nice car.
It's like, but it's not your car. Why don't you work to get the car? So the spectator culture is we're trying to create our lives in a way that we look good so people can spectate.
Exactly.
Instead of, I'm tangibly living this shit. We're in a penthouse now. This is not spectation.
Yeah.
We're actually here.
We're actually right
from
here.
Work.
Yeah. So basically just faking it till you make it.
Fake it till you make it. Ooh. Shit, I want to go in on that. Can we go in on that? Can we go in on that?
Don't forget your last 2 points because I need those.
What?
You don't know how much I take notes on you, boy.
What you talking about? How to monetize?
Your 2 points that you said you was gonna go over.
The how to monetize, right? Mm-hmm. And what was the other one? Shit, man. You know, if I walk to that camera, I lose my train of thought sometimes.
It's okay. Give them what we got. First and foremost, we're gonna talk about what I just said.
Yeah.
Which is
faking it till you make it.
Faking it till you make it, baby.
No. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna talk about some practical ways to monetize.
Yeah.
I definitely know we're gonna talk about that. So I don't want to leave y'all without that. Okay. So faking it till you make it. Man, I'm gonna do a video on this because this one hit me so hard. Should you fake it till you make it? Right? This goes back to the spectator culture and how important social media is, Sandra. So this is important. I believe there's 2 categories of faking it till you make it.
I believe there is too.
So
I know
the first category, let's talk about the category I feel like is bullshit, right? So the problem with faking it till you make it, to me, if I had to break it down for you, is you're not being genuine about what you offer to people, right?
Yeah, so scamming.
Yeah, scamming. So if I have something like a product I'm trying to sell, right? And I go rent a car to sell you that product, and the product does not deliver to you, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
I scammed you. Yeah. Because I used something that you wanted in order to get you to purchase something. I faked it till I made it. But I remember reading this article, and maybe I can find it and I can put it up. But it was like 10 things entrepreneurs did, 10 ways they faked it till they made it, right? And one I've done before, which is the false secretary, right? Yeah. So, you call a big corporation, and you like, oh, hey, yeah, this is Daniel calling. It's me, but it's Daniel calling. Because it sounds more, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But here's the key, going back to the beginning, right? Daniel calls, sets up the meeting, and when I come in, I deliver the value.
Exactly.
So your business is better for me coming in, but I deliver the value.
Yeah.
So I always ask somebody, if let's just imagine right now, you go to somebody who's a doctor, and I want to use extreme something because people are like, shit, this wouldn't happen.
Exactly.
But let's say somebody they're not a real doctor, right?
Yeah.
They lied about being a doctor. You've got the most life-threatening disease on earth. Yeah. This shit is like Ebola and everything bad combined, together, right? It's just the worst shit ever. He lies to you. Exactly. He lies to you. Bruh. No, but he lies to you, right? It says, he lies to you about his doctor credentials and stuff like that to get you to take his revolutionary treatment. So you take his revolutionary treatment, you're cured of everything. Would you give a fuck that he wasn't a real doctor? That's what I believe. Faking it till you make it when it's good.
Yeah.
When it's good.
When you know you got.
Like, if I'm going to deliver you the value, I don't care. I don't care about what I have to show you to deliver the value.
Yeah.
It's only when a person is like fucking their life off to go rent a car to show people, like, I have a Rolls Royce, I have a Phantom.
That they really don't.
Like, it's like you're indulging in the spectator culture again.
Falling in it.
So what I'm saying is, yeah, you should fake. If you're faking it till you make it, in order, you're like a better way to put it, they say, barring your success from the future. I know a value I had to offer. So when I was sleeping on the floor, I didn't have shit. I didn't have shit to show nobody. I couldn't pull up in a nice Lamborghini. I couldn't pull up in a Bentley. I couldn't pull up in a nice car. But I knew that I had studied my ass off. I worked my ass off, and I had experimented in practices with all this shit that we talk about. So I know what works and what doesn't work. I don't put shit out that I don't personally do myself. I don't experiment with. I know, like, yeah, in the future, I'm going to be this person. So I just borrowed from that. I'm not giving you any information. Just like going back to the followers. I know with 100,000 followers, it's going to have a little bit more weight when I talk, right? It's just the fact. It's going to have a little bit more weight. Right. So I understand that side of it, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, the knowledge will always be the knowledge. The shit I'm telling you right now, this shit is going to help you get rich. Yeah. This shit is going to help you live the life you want. But you're probably just going to be more willing to listen if it's the same person talking at 100,000 followers, at 1 million followers. Yeah. And we gonna monetize our million though.
Exactly.
So with that being said though, what are your thoughts on faking it till you make it?
I believe that is semi-necessary. Like you said, you got two categories though. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I believe, like you said, you got the good doctor, you got the bad doctor that gave you the best product that fixed your whole life.
Yeah.
Vice versa, you got the good doctor that gave you some horrible products.
Yeah.
And it just fucked you all the way up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Just to make $1 off you.
Just to make $1 off.
Or just so other people, oh, I'm a doctor.
Yeah, oh, I'm a doctor. Oh, I do this. Oh, I do that. I mean, I feel like at certain times, we all fake it till we make it.
Yeah.
We all do it. Even if you don't know what you're doing, that's what you're trying to do.
You've talked to somebody and you've presented yourself a little bit better than you actually are. So I wasn't going in Matthew No's office like, you know, Matthew, right now, I'm going to leave your office. I'm going to go back to my mother's floor
and just sleep there.
I just didn't talk about that.
Yeah, it just didn't.
I just didn't talk about it.
Yeah, and that's key. You know what I'm saying? I believe that. Yeah, shit. Yeah,
that's just how you really say it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I don't know what y'all gonna do. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, like you said.
There will be
you will get the value.
You will get, bro. One thing that you will always get, like Tank said.
What's that?
When you fucking with me.
What's that?
You're gonna get 100% of what I have to offer.
You're gonna get what you say.
You're gonna get what I tell you you're gonna get. If I tell you to come to a party and it's about to be lit, we're gonna go a lower frame right now.
Yeah.
If I tell you come to a party, it's about to be lit. It does not matter if there are 2 people there. Mm-hmm. One thing that I've literally mastered is the art of entertainment.
Yeah.
I will act like there are 400 people there. Yeah. And it could be me and you.
Yeah.
And I will tear the frame off of that place.
Camera only pointed at us.
It's just us in there, right? It does not matter.
I just know promoters. I know what y'all do.
Yeah. We caught on to y'all, man. If you come to my fitness class, if you come there.
That mandatory Monday is lit.
It have been, but see, but the thing is, the reason why I'm so respected and the reason why I've gained the weight that I've gained right now, and I'm not talking about literally pounds or anything like that. I'm just talking about my name, my name's weight, my stat, is because there were days, bro. I know this affected more people than when there were a bunch of people in my class.
Yeah.
There were days where 2 people came, right? And I literally sat there on the mic. I said, all right, y'all, it's just us in here, right?
Yeah.
One thing that we about to do is me and you and the other person in the back, we're going to have this class like there are millions of people in here.
Have I ever told you about my empty seminar?
I know where you're going with it. I already know.
Well, I did.
But look, I told them we're about to have this class. Like there are millions of people in here, and I guarantee you, those 2 people told everybody about me. Because I faked it. We all faked it. Sometimes it's best that you tell everybody around you, "Hey, bro, this is what we finna do."
You know what it is, though.
We just finna act like
you know what it is
right now.
And like I'm gonna talk about it here. So if you watch the video when it comes out, I'm gonna release this. But I think it's because what you're realizing is you're understanding the other person's experience. As a great business person, you need to understand the other person's experience. Right? Mm-hmm. So what I mean by that is, it's not that person. When you go give your money to somebody, you want to know that's a solid business and your money is going to be in good hands.
Exactly.
The faking it until you make it in that aspect is just, I'm just giving you the experience you need to get the value. Mm-hmm. Right? If I'm a one person sitting back and I'm teaching you about business and you need to feel like you're doing business with a big firm for me to deliver the value that changes your life, I'm just thinking about your experience. Mm-hmm. I'm just thinking about shit. This is what you need to see in order to like purchase, buy, change your life. This is what you need to see. Yeah. So that's what I feel like the power of it really is when you fake it till you make it like that. Yeah. Like thinking about that customer experience. And we should do a whole episode on empathy and being able to see other people's perspective and put yourself in other people's shoes. How that is really a $1 million skill. I'm no bullshit. $1 million skill. Empathy, million. Listen, if you're listening, if you're watching, $1 million skill. I promise. But before we give these, give this just some quick tips on how to monetize, I want to talk about something else you just touched on, which I think is powerful, right?
Yeah.
In the idea of when you did stuff with 2 people, they went and told everybody else. Yeah. I believe that's pretty much how I built my following. I would say even with you. Like, I'm so grateful to you. Like, you may be grateful for me, but I'm grateful to you too, because a lot more people got exposed to this information. It's going to help a lot more people just because you're following. Exactly. Right? And I just want to give value. So, yeah, I didn't have a bunch of followers, right?
Yeah.
But when I talk to you, right, I made an impact on you.
Yeah.
And that one person
just
exploded out there.
Broke your website.
So it's like, that was the work though.
Yeah.
Broke my website. That was the work though, right?
Yeah.
I just did the work. You saw the work and was like, you were inspired by it. Yeah. But I didn't treat you like, well, I don't got 1,000 followers. I can't tell DJ any information. It's like, I knew this shit was good. Yeah. I knew this shit's solid. Yeah. So that's just key to me. Like, stop build your following, build all your social media up, use it. Cause it's good social proof for your business, but stop wanting to spectate. Actually do shit. It's like people who go to concerts and the whole fucking time they snapping the shit on their phone. It's like, the fuck? The concert's right there.
Yeah.
Like, watch that. Watch the shit. Yeah. Right? It's like people might come to see you MC, or if people come see me speak or something, it's like they got the fucking phone out the entire time. Yeah. It's like, but be here. There's a great post on Instagram. I don't know if I'll be able to find it because I want to put it up, but it was like an old woman. She just sitting there watching the concert. Everybody around her got phones out. It's like, sometimes you have to learn to enjoy the moment. Doesn't mean that you can't take pictures or get shit out, but sometimes learn to absorb that shit. Stop being a spectator and being a doer.
Yeah.
So with that being said, you want to give them something practical about monetizing?
Well, I just know monetizing is key.
Yeah.
I just know monetizing is what you need to take it to the next level.
Yeah.
I know for a fact that I told you at the beginning, I had thousands of followers and I had no skills in monetizing, so I had no money.
I'm gonna try to go as practical as possible here at the end. I guess
before we go to the final, you want to go ahead and
I'll give them some practical, then we'll go to final thoughts from the penthouse.
Me? Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So let's just start. Let's say I was starting. Let's say you're starting from 1 follower right now. And you have other things you do, but one of the main things you started with was fitness, right?
Yeah.
So the first thing I would do is I would focus on building something that just a simple product, right? Let's say like how you got mandatory Mondays, or some simple fitness thing, like you do meal prep or you work with clients, right? I would work on doing that first, having a core process of how you take a client and a customer. From there, what I would do is I would build my social medias up by giving value. What we're doing right now is giving you value. This is a free podcast. You just cost you anything. Now that I'm giving you free value, I start sending you to other stuff that gives you a little bit more value. And the whole thing is like a ladder. At the low end, it's free stuff. You're only going to experience so much change watching a free podcast, right? But Now I'll be like, oh yeah, you saw my free podcast, man, go to my website, check out this free book I got for you. And then when you get that free book, you get on my email list. So think about all from your Instagram following, you're building this up in a way where everything you're doing, you can send them back somewhere so you can give them some more value, a little bit more value. Now you get the free book. I might send you something. Hey, man, I got this course. This course may be a cheap course or something, right? Like $47 ebook, a better ebook or something like that. But now every time somebody goes and sees your stuff online, they're going to your website, they're going to your email list, and you can monetize those followers because you've already built it up in a way you're giving value. I think most people, it's a love fest with themselves when you get on their social media. Hey, I got my shirt off, right? But how much more powerful would it be if, I got my shirt off, but I'm gonna show you how you can get double text too. You can have your shirt off, you can get double text. Yeah. Which terrible habit would do. But what I'm saying is, same thing with business, right? Exactly. You see me pull up in a Ferrari, I'm not stunting on you. I'm gonna show you how you can get one. Yeah. I'm gonna show you how you can put yourself in a Ferrari. Yeah. So now, exactly. So if I'm doing that and I build my follow-up one by one, giving value, people say, man, let me see what I have to talk about. Yeah. Now, when I get to 10,000 followers, when I get to 100,000 followers, I've got all kind of programs and stuff you can go to that's gonna help you. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? That's how you monetize. You create products. You create a product that works, and then you just send traffic to that product. It's literally that simple. Now, like I said, if you want to learn more about that, you can go to shit we have, like I'mAnActionTaker.com. Yeah. Which teaches you the stuff like that. But that's some practical ways to monetize. So one, first get something that you're going to sell people, right? Something simple. It's something simple. Give out a bunch of free fucking value. Don't be bougie like, I ain't working for free. Like you said, I think it was on episode 1 or 2, you talked about this, you said, whatever you do, it was Napoleon Hill talking about whatever you do, you're going to do it for free. So start off, you don't have anybody. You're nobody. You're nobody. Get accepted. I have 100. I checked the other day. I have 129 videos on YouTube. I'm just dropping knowledge. I got free podcasts. I'm just dropping knowledge. And the reason I'm doing that is because I'm trying to provide value. But I'm not going to sit here and lie to you on this podcast, full transparency. If you want the highest quality shit that I have to offer, you're going to have to pay for that. It's just what it is. Or we can't make shit like this. We don't have the money to continue doing shit like that. Like all this mics, this shit has to be paid for. Mm-hmm. So it's not like I'm, of course some people are like, why don't you give it all the way for free? It's like, shit, well, I'm gonna be fucking homeless and you not about to pay my bills. Right. So I think those are some practical things. Yeah. Take a product, something simple. It could be meal prep. If you're fitness, you could be meal prep. It could be, I got a little workout. I'm gonna consult with you for 6 weeks, whatever it is, right? Take that and then show value. Like, hey, there's 6 ways that you can get a better toned abs. There's 6 ways you can do this. And now people are already saying, this dude gives me information. This girl gives me information. Now I flip that and I turn it into something that you can come to my email list or you can come to buy from me. Right? It's monetized now. So your 10,000 followers, when you send out a post, it's like, hey, look, just completed this new workout. Or you got 50,000 followers. Hey, about to release my new product. About to release my new product, right? They not ready for that. Yeah, they not. About to release my new product. Now your following has already said, this person gives me value. It would make sense for me to buy something from them. Versus somebody who you've just been watching them stunt or you've been watching them make money. And you like, if they just popped up and be like, hey, I got a product. Maybe people will buy, but you haven't monetized it. Does that make sense? Yeah. It makes sense. So I guess with that being said, I hope that was practical. And if you want more information on that, like I said, hit me up. I urge you get I'mAnActionTaker.com before this shit is not free anymore because it's going to teach you how to build a business from scratch. But let's just get into our final thoughts from the penthouse on this idea of social media in spectator culture. Well, one of the things that I want to touch on, Mr. Hicks, my final thought from the penthouse is that when I met you, you had every bit of like 200 followers, bro? I was at maybe 400 or 500. I want to over-exaggerate and say that you had 2. It might have been. Should have agreed with me. It might have. I should have. 500 is still like. 500 is like shit. I'm not listening to him. It's impossible for him to have any value. So what I want to let you guys know is that Mr. Hicks when I met him, he had probably anywhere from 200 to 500 followers. Yeah. There's no way in hell that the average person would look at Mr. Hicks' Instagram profile and know how much knowledge he is filled with. Mm-hmm. There's no way that you can see that.
living in the spectator's culture.
Yeah.
Spectator culture tells you that if he has no followers, he has no value. It's just what it is.
Preaching right now.
I'm just saying that's what it is. And I learned that after you.
Yeah.
I stopped where I used to believe that though.
Yeah.
This person has to be legit if they have X amount of followers.
Yeah.
I thought that.
Yeah.
It's not the case, folks. So that's pretty much my final thought from the penthouse. I just want you to, number one, learn to monetize your audience. Build it up and monetize it.
Yeah.
Number two, try your hardest not to live in the spectator's culture.
Yeah.
Because what that'll do for you is allow you to get sidetracked and blindsided by things that don't even exist.
Believing, like you'll get caught up in believing that world that people create on Instagram.
It's their world.
It's real.
You gotta think about it. It's frame for frame.
Think about this. Nobody has a bad life on Instagram.
Nobody, bro. Nobody's finna be.
Everybody's happy. Everybody's marriage is perfect. Everybody's job is perfect. Everybody's
crazy. That's why I created my world, where there are no celebrities, where there are no rich people.
I guess getting my final thoughts really quick, and then we'll close it out. It's just fuck the spectator culture. That's just best what I say. Let's. How about this? How about this? You wake up every day, and your heart is beating, and you're full of life because you actually live this shit. Fuck looking like you having fun on a vacation. Let's have the most fun vacation. Fuck going taking pictures next to your friend's car or your family member's car. Let's actually go get you that car.
Let's actually go. Think about how much fun you have when you're actually having fun and you can't even get to your...
Like doing this podcast. I love doing this.
Yeah.
But I could talk about, I'm just going to talk about... No, fuck that. I'm not talking about doing business. I'm doing it. I'm doing business. What you mean? If I got to risk everything to do this shit, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to spectate. I don't want to be the friend who's sitting on the sideline while all my friends turning up having fun saying, damn, it looks like it's fun. Nah. I'm gonna go get in the game.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put my head down. Most people are just scared to take a loss. Fuck it. Let's actually get out there. That's the world. Fuck this spectator culture. Like, it's cool. Build up your followers. Build up your Instagram. I'm not telling you not to build up your social media, but I'm saying actually experience it. Actually, sometimes when you're sitting in that concert, when you're sitting there thinking about what to do next, say, you know what? Instead of going around and trying to spectate and look like I'm being successful, how about I actually go get that Lambo? How about I actually go get that nice house? So you're just looking at my life. The more you see me in a Lambo, you see me in a nice house, you see me in a nice car, you see me having fun. You're not watching spectation. You're watching my life.
You watching what it is.
You watching my life. And that's what I want for you, to create a future where you're in control. Where it's your life. Like DJ said, don't get caught up in the spectator culture. This is a person who has a bunch of followers. He's telling you, I don't got that many followers yet. I will one day, but I don't have that many yet at the time of recording this. Full transparency. But he's telling you, when you get to 10,000 followers, it's not going to be a magical parade and man walks in, a woman walks in and says, hey, now you're in. By golly, you're in here now. By golly, you're in. You've made it.
Here's a turkey sandwich.
It's just, remember, take massive action and actually do the things that you're trying to make people believe you do. Oh, how about we make your Instagram, your regular life, match your Instagram life? So with that being said, you know what time it is, DJ.
I'm going to go ahead and give him my Instagram information, man. Just recently changed my name back to Country Cowboy Country. Country Cowboy is full in effect. I am back on Instagram. I ride horses up and down Scott, up and down MLK every day. I park my
Yeah.
to a penthouse.
They used to talk about us. We don't care if y'all like it.
No. See, one of the things I learned, and I'm going to cock my hat to the side when I say this, is that people used to talk about me because I rode my horse to the store. Okay? You know what
like I do you in the Wild West.
Like this is Wild West, right? This is a couple months ago, right? So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to continue riding my horse to the store and I'm going to put it back on Instagram. Okay? I used to be scared of telling how country I was because I used to think that wasn't what the cool guys did, right? Yeah. So I said, you know what? How about I just do what I want to do because this is my life.
And now it is cool.
Yeah, now it is cool. Now
it's
ride
cool.
Horses back to the store. Just
you don't want a horse?
You don't want a horse?
You want a horse?
You want a car?
You want a car?
Y'all gonna be real fucked up when I start really pulling up to the club in them horses. Yeah. But we're not gonna talk about that. My Instagram.
Horse and carriage.
Yeah, horse and carriage.
That's romantic.
Yeah. That is romantic. You can also find me on Snapchat at DEEJAY. Snap is a different world. Be careful on there. You can find my website. You can find me in internet space at countrybumpkins.org.
Yeah.
And anything that you need from me, you can always go to my website and get it there. Everything's for sale.
Terrible.
Man, they don't know anything about that, bro. You need to stop talking about it.
You know what? I'm gonna stop.
Stop talking about it, bro. Can you tell them where they can find you at, Miss Hicks?
On everything, Princeton Hicks. PRINSTONHICKS. Literally everything. I've made it simple for you.
MySpace too?
Huh?
MySpace too?
Of course. And Black People Meet. Christian Mingle.
Okay.
What's the other one? Dig. Nobody's on that.
Dig.
No, I'm there, but nobody.
You on Tinder?
You made me not want to get on Tinder.
I've beat Tinder.
He beat Tinder.
I know 6 seconds. We're gonna do a video.
I know 6
seconds.
I
do a video
every
after this and post it on there.
We need to just. I know she's a match. That just messed me up. Anyway, but yeah, Princeton Hicks on everything. PRINSTONHICKS. Also, if you want to be an entrepreneur and you want to watch our journey, takingmassiveaction.com. The name is in the website. That's what we're going to get you to do when we go there, takingmassiveaction.com. If you're living a life that you don't like, if you're living a life that you don't want to be living, go to takingmassiveaction.com. We're going to help you get off your mama's floor. We're going to help you get out of corporate America if you don't want to be there.
We're going to help you go from your mama's house
to penthouse.
To the penthouse.
And finally, if you want, I know you tried to close out on me. I ain't got my last shit in.
I did.
I was just going to say, I'mAnActionTaker.com. If you, entrepreneurship, but I'mAnActionTaker.com if you want to learn how to build a business from scratch. Everybody, I want to come in close to the mic. Too much longer.
After my birthday, March 26th.
That's when I'm shutting it down.
Yeah.
I'm as a tribute to you.
Yeah, please.
Shutting that shit down.
Yeah.
And they're gonna be like, damn, I could have went and watched them videos. And if you're in there already, watch those videos.
Yeah.
It's a free workbook. It's free all kind of shit in there. So if you don't take advantage of it, I'm telling you, when it comes back around, you're gonna be that person be like, I was in that shit when it first started. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. You don't have to pay.
Yeah.
But I love you, so I want you to get in there for free. Please go. Just please go shit. It's
like
free.
Grabbing somebody by their foot.
It's like, God
the
damn
millions are over here.
I don't want
them. I don't want the millions. I want to
I should be able to do it without having to. I should be able to do it.
They should just give me.
Just give me the million. But yeah, that being said, we get. Are you ready to close it out, DJ?
Yeah, I'm ready to close it out, man.
Where we taking it from since you tried to close me out?
I did try to close you out earlier, but I'm going to do it the right way, not the tight way. Hey, we're taking you from your mama's house to the penthouse. Appreciate y'all for listening, man. Gee, I was just tennis.